Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. This is our IPL Fantasy Pick series, and in this episode, we'll be looking at the first double header of the season. Four teams playing. The first game will be between Royal Challengers Bangalore and the Kolkata Knight Riders. The second game will be Delhi Capitals versus Punjab Kings. So there's going to be four teams playing. On the official IPL fantasy website over there, you can't change in between games, so you'll have to set your team before the first game. So make sure you do that before the deadline of the first game, which is I think it starts at 3:30 p.m. IST. So before that, you'll need to make your changes for both matches. And that's why I'm going to pick today not 6 but 8 players from both games. It's going to be a bit difficult because there's going to be a lot of players missing out, because so many instead of 22 players, you can choose from 44 now. So there's going to be I think it's going to be a bit difficult, but let's go for it. I think 2 batsmen, 2 bowlers, 2 all-rounders, and 2 wicket keepers. That's going to be the formation for today. And let's start off. I think the first batsman from all these 4 teams, the first batsman that I'm going to choose is Nitish Rana. I think he's in fabulous form. 2 back-to-back 50s. He's getting used to the Chennai pitch. Yes, it is conducive to spin, but and even pace bowling. But the fact that he's opening the batting, he's making use of the power play. I think he's understood the pitch very well. He knows this is the time to make hay while the sun shines, and then after that, as the ball gets older, it becomes difficult to bat. So Nitish Rana, I think he's gonna. I'm sure he's gonna get some good points. They're playing against RCP. He might fancy that attack. It's not going to be easy for him, but I think the form he's in, he's a must in your fantasy team. So that's why my first batsman is going to be Nitish Rana. Second pick, I'm going Virat Kohli. I think, on these kind of pitches, I think he will anchor the innings well, rotate the strike. He's got a few 30s, but now he'll probably want to kick on, get that 50, 60 bat till the end. I think his goal now that he's assessed the pitch, they played 2 games already here, so in Chennai. So I think the fact that he's looked at it already, he'll probably change his game plan a bit and make sure that he's anchoring the innings. And the fact that he's adjusted as well, I think that will give him an advantage as well. So that's why I'm going Virat Kohli. You don't have to pick him every game, even though it is Kohli, but I just feel that in these kind of games, rotating the strike, anchoring, it might not be a big scoring game, but I think he can come up with a 50-60. Also, this game is going to be in the day, the Chennai RCB game. The other game is going to be in the night, the Delhi Punjab. So how the pitch reacts during the day, that's also going to be key. Will it be better for batting? Will it slow down? Will the sun make it drier? You'll have to watch out for that as well. So my 2 batsmen are Nitish Rana and Virat Kohli. For my wicket keepers, there's plenty of choices. RCB have AB de Villiers, tough to leave him out, and KK have Dinesh Karthik. But I'm going with KL Rahul and Rishabh Pant as my 2 wicket keepers. Firstly, KL Rahul, yes, he got run out in the second game, but first game he showed that when he scores big. He got a 90 plus. He's capable of scoring hundreds in this format. He's shown it. And he'll understand that this Punjab lineup relies a lot on him. So I think he will take that responsibility. He'll shoulder it. And despite, what's going around him, I think he will want to score runs and give his team a really good start. And he also knows that he has, the likes of Gail, Puran. If they can take pressure off him, it'll give Rahul even more freedom to score runs. So it'll be interesting how it goes, but I'm going to go as KL Rahul as my keeper. And Rishabh Pant, we saw in the second game, he scored a 50. He's looking in fine touch. It was a good counter-attacking 50. He also got run out in that second game. So both these wicket keepers that I chose, that they're looking in good touch, getting unlucky in the dismissals. Let's see how it goes. They're playing in Mumbai. Suddenly the pitch has slowed down, but if it's a good wicket to bat on, then these 2 I think are the players to watch out for, Rahul and Pant. So my 2 wicket keepers will be KL Rahul and Rishabh Pant. For the all-round role, I'm gonna go back to the first game. I'm gonna pick the all-rounders from the first game, which is Maxwell and Andre Russell. Maxwell from RCB, I think, he scored a 50 against against Sunrisers. Even the first game, he scored 30 odd. He's looking in good touch. He's getting that reverse sweep out. He looks happy. I think with Maxwell, it's more of a mental thing than a physical or a skill thing. He has the skills. He can hit shots anywhere around the ground. He's a big hitter. The fact he's batting at number 4, I think, in between sandwich between Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers, it gives him confidence as well that he has a class batsman in front of him and a class batsman coming after him. It gives him the freedom, the liberty to play his shots. And I think he's really enjoying that. And I think Maxwell is a good choice, player in form. He hasn't bowled yet. I'm surprised on these Chennai pitches. I think Kohli should try him. If he does bowl, then that's more fantasy points for us. So I'll go Maxwell as my first all-rounder pick. And the second all-rounder pick is Andre Russell. He hasn't clicked yet with the bat, unfortunately, but big innings still awaits him. He's probably 1 or 2 hits away from finding that middle of the bat. And he's had a poor season last year with the bat as well. So I was still waiting on him to perform with the bat, but he showed what he can do. Andre Russell is a must in your fantasy team because if it's not with the bat, with the ball, he picked 5 wickets in 2 overs. That's just incredible. And he did that in the last game against Mumbai Indians, who have a stacked batting lineup. So Russell is a match winner. Yes, he hasn't clicked with the bat, but he's a few boundaries away. If he can start timing the ball, middling the ball, I think he'll get that confidence back as well. So don't rule Russell out with bat or ball. He's a good fantasy pick. He'll provide points from both sides, from all departments. He can get you the catches as well. So Andre Russell is my second all-rounder. So I'm going Maxwell and Russell from all-rounder spot. And then for the bowlers, I'm gonna go Arshdeep Singh. First of all, budget pick because I have a lot of expensive buys already. I have the likes of Kohli, Rahul, so I want Rana as one budget pick, and then Arshdeep Singh. I think he bowled wonderfully in both games. The slower deliveries, he's bowling really well. The cutters, it's very difficult to hit him on these kind of pitches, especially it's a bit slow and sluggish. And his variations are being very useful. He's like just slower than a fast bowler, but a faster than a spinner. He's like in that middle category. And I think the pitches are really helping him. Even in Dubai, he bowled really well, having said that. And he will pick you up a couple of wickets, whether it's a new ball or middle overs. I think he has the knack of taking wickets. And for his price, I would go with him. And also, if you're looking at the IPL Fantasy official website, he's a uncapped player, so you can free transfer him in as well for this game. So that's why I'm going to go Arshdeep Singh. And then my last pick, there's a lot of options. Mohammad Shami is in good form. There's Harshal Patel. There's Jamieson. There's Pat Cummins. But I'm going with the tried and tested Kagiso Rabada. He has been incredible in the IPL. Yes, he had a poor over last game against Chris Morris, but even in that game, he picked up a couple of wickets. Even though he's come back from quarantine, he didn't look that rusty, to be honest with you, but coming back from quarantine, you do have a bit of rust here and there. And to pick up 2 wickets, I think that shows that this man is a wicket taker, whatever form he's in. And on these pitches, his slower balls, quicker deliveries as well will be effective. I would want to see him bowl a bit quicker, I think, but yeah, I think Rabada has to be in your team. You can potentially vice captain him as well. He picks up wickets 2-3 wickets a game. You never know in fantasy in IPL, but I think for your fantasy team, if he picks you up 2-3 wickets, that's it's gold for you. So Rabada, wicket taker at the death, wicket taker with the new ball as well. He has the pace, and he'll want to rectify that after getting hit by Morris. So I think he'll be raring to go, Kagiso Rabada. So he's going to be my last bowler pick. So that's my 8 players for these 2 games. Sunday doubleheader. That's why I'm picking 8 players. Normally, then I'll switch back to 6 when it's one game. But yeah, Nitesh Rana and Virat Kohli for my batsmen. Wicket keeper are Rahul and Pant. All-rounder role Maxwell and Andre Russell. My bowlers are Arshdeep Singh and Kagiso Rabada. Make sure you comment and subscribe to the channel, please, and comment with your fantasy picks, who you're going to go for, who's going to be your captain, who's going to be your vice captain. I think, over here, captaincy pick, I'll probably go between Rishabh Pant and Rahul, probably Pant and then vice captain Rabada. Or if you just want to mix it up, you can go Kohli captain as well and Rabada vice captain. But yeah, make sure you let us know who you're going to pick in your team, who you're going to captain, who you're going to vice captain, and tune in. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and stay tuned for the latest cricketing content.